Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah, back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is another foundation review. And today's foundation is the L'Oreal, and I'm going to try to get it as close to the camera to focus in as possible. The L'Oreal Paris True Match Nude Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Serum. This is a newer foundation from L'Oreal. I'm not going to say it's super new. I'd say 9 months, so not at least a year. I'm not too far behind on this foundation. This foundation will run you $19.99 at Ulta and $14.97 at Amazon. Do with that information what you will, but I am gonna review it for you guys. So if you know my foundation reviews, I put on the foundation in the morning and then usually come back at the end of the day and show you how it looks. Now back to that price point though, I did say do with that information what you will. I know Ulta's ultimate goal is when they release a foundation with that price point that they run sales to kind of bring it down, like, oh well, buy one get one half off. L'Oreal, they run those buy one get ones for their drugstore products, so I think that's why they yanked it up on the Ulta site. But then you go to Amazon and you're like, well, it's $14 there, so pretty pricey for a drugstore foundation. Drugstore, we're not trying to pay $20. We want $20, we go to that mid-range. We're trying to stay $15 and below when we go into a drugstore. But nonetheless, the reason why this product is supposed to be so hyped, the added benefits of it is supposed to be that hyaluronic acid. People care a lot about their skincare, me included, and they want to pull in those skincare lovers. So they released this foundation and they kind of put it in the same bottle as a serum is. Truly, this is the Ordinary serum. I love the hyaluronic acid by the Ordinary, and this serum is only like $8. So why are you a serum foundation and you're more than that? But this serum is in this bottle, and I think that L'Oreal said, hey, serums come in bottles with the dropper, so we need to release a foundation with a dropper. Now I've tried this foundation for a few days now to be able to give a adequate, full, well-rounded opinion on this. I'll give my opinion what I feel about this dropper in this video, but I am in the shade 7-8 Tan Deep. Now I bought this in stores and I had already looked online to see what I thought I was. I think I went to the store and completely forgot, so I picked up the wrong shade. So I thought I was a 6'7". Looking online, I had did my research. Looking online, I saw the 6'7", and the 6'7" model looked more like me and more like my skin tone, I thought, than the 7'8" model. The 7'8" model just didn't look like what I would traditionally get. But then I went to the store, mine went blank, and I said, oh yeah, my shade had a 7 in it. Let me get this 7 shade. 7'8" is different than 6'7". They do the kind of ranges. I think their shades are like 5.5 to 6.5. They have this range because this is a lighter coverage foundation. And I've always been clear, the lighter the coverage of the foundation, the less of a range they have with the foundation. So for this foundation, they only have 14 shades in total, 5 shades deeper than 7'8". Also be aware your girl has tanned immensely this summer, so maybe 6'7" is my shade when I'm not as tan, but it's the summer. I don't plan on not going outside this summer, but this summer has been like 90, 100 degree weather. Benefits it says on the site regarding this foundation is hyaluronic acid gives skin a hydrated feel and smooths over time. It instantly makes skin look brighter, even, and feels hydrated. And its luminous mineral pigments brighten the complexion. So those are the benefits that it says on the site for this foundation. Like my normal reviews, I'm going to apply it using both a brush and then also a beauty sponge on one side of my face. Before I get any questions, some people click on my videos because I do hair content most of the time, and they'll ask questions about what hair do I have in my right now. It's my hair growing out of my scalp, so it is my own hair. I did a wash and go. Check out that video. I don't know which will come first or after, but my wash and go video should be up soon. So going to apply this. So again, dropper like a serum. This is how it comes. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. You do get 1 fluid ounce of this foundation. I'm going to apply it on the back of this like I normally do, and it comes out literally like a little drop. Then you have to go back in and go and do this over again and put some more. So put a little bit on here. That should be enough. I've been using roughly about 3 drops. That's hard to tell the story of what 3 drops really are when it's a foundation that you can pick up or put down as much as you would like with this type foundation. So on this side, I'm going to do the brush, but I forgot to prime. So let me prime and come right back. I'm going to go in with the Perfecting Primer from La Mercier. See, what's the point in waiting anymore? 'Cause girl, I've never been more sure that baby it's you. The spring here represents. So leaning in, this is the side with the brush. This is nothing yet. Side with the brush, nothing. All right, so let's go in with the beauty sponge. On the site, they say the best way to apply is with your fingers. I ain't doing all that. I ain't never applying no foundation with my fingers. I'm sorry. It's dirty. Never doing that. So sorry to this website. So this is it, both sides on. I need it to be very clear. This is on the site. It says a medium coverage foundation. So very light coverage. You're not going to get full coverage. I don't really even like full coverage foundations. I might try some in this series just to give you guys some full coverage options, but it is very much so luminous, supposed to be like your skin. So that's why when I put it on, you're probably like, it looks the same on both sides, because it is supposed to look like your skin, but it's supposed to give you that 1%. So it is 1% of hyaluronic acid. And I know online I saw a lot of conversation about like 1%, is that a lot? But the ordinary hyaluronic acid, if you guys can see on here, it has 2%. It has 2% on here, and again, it's a product that I use quite a bit. If you guys can see, I love it. So I don't think 1% is that bad. I don't think you're supposed to use a lot of hyaluronic acid. So yes, supposed to look like your skin. It's supposed to do all these wonderful things, but I just applied it. Let me apply the rest of my face and then come back to you guys.
A few moments later.
So this is my face. I didn't do a lot. I didn't try to. I didn't contour, although it may look like a natural contour where my blush is. I did not contour. I added a little bit of bronzer at the top of my face, but other than that, the foundation, I really wanted it to shine through since it's that natural foundation. So I didn't want to do heavy rest of the makeup because this is supposed to be that light medium coverage for your lighter days. It is truly that medium coverage, and as opposed to the last foundation review that I did on that Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation where it was undetectable in camera, but in person you could see that I had makeup on. This, if you were to see me in person, you might not know. I mean, besides the fact that I have lipstick on and I have like my eye makeup on, you might not know my skin has foundation on. It is very lightweight. It does not feel at all like I have a foundation on, and that's what I really love about this foundation. But it is 9 a.m. right now. What I'm going to do is wear this foundation the rest of the day and give you my end of day impressions of this L'Oreal Tinted Serum foundation. But again, get a good look at it. It is very warm. Already 9 a.m. It's sweltering, and I threw my fan off in my room because I wanted to be able to talk to you guys, but I'm already feeling very warm. It is 9 a.m. and the temperature right now is 82 degrees. So it's 82 degrees at 9:16 a.m. if you can see in the big corner of my head. So it's 82 degrees at 9 a.m. So that can only tell you what the day will bring, and I do have to step outside the house today. You can see my phone. There's a big green line going through it. Yeah, I need a new phone. I need a new phone. There's a big green line that is going through my phone right now. That won't go away. So I'm gonna do that today, and then I'm gonna come back at the end of the day and share with you guys my final thoughts on this tinted serum. So see you then.
Later.
So now I am back. It is 7:19 p.m. The day has been long, but I got a new phone. I don't have a case for it yet, so I'm being very careful. I have had this foundation on for almost coming up on 12 hours now on this hot heat advisory day. Now it is 94 degrees. 94 degrees at 7:21 p.m. So if you see any kind of shine on my face, which normally there is not. I am normal skin, so I don't have oily skin. I typically do not get oily foundations, never need blotting on me, but on a 94-degree day, this is an abnormality. I'd say I'm normally, in a 60 to 70 to maybe 80s, but this summer feels like it's going to be a literal nightmare, and I don't know if this will be right for a oily skin person. I really don't know, especially, and I might be biased for the heat that we're in right now. This is really scaring me that I have this look about me. Now, it's not greasy. It's not like if I touch myself, I'm not needing to blot myself, but it is an abnormal day, nor does it have SPF in it, which on a day like this, if I was going to be outside for any amount of time, which I wasn't planning on it, this does not have that SPF in it. So if you were looking for a foundation with that added SPF, this is not the one. But overall, in my week of wearing this foundation, I will say, one, not for the oily skin, probably more geared to that dry to normal skin person. If you are oily skin, you're going to have to put some powder kind of on this foundation. It's supposed to be that lighter, not feeling like you have makeup on foundation. And again, still, even at the end of the day, with everything that's going on, I don't feel like I have foundation on my face. But do I like this foundation? I like the coverage. I like everything about it. However, it reminds me of something that L'Oreal already has on the line, and it's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I think they just poured and put a little drop of hyaluronic acid, and they pretended like it was another foundation. These two, this L'Oreal True Match Lumi, I love this foundation. It's one of my favorite foundation. In this foundation, I am in the color N78, which surprisingly I'm in the shade 78 on this one too. But the reason I like this one over this one is it got a pump. Like, this dropper idea is foolishness. It's quite honestly foolishness. This does not make any sense, and it's a bad idea. Foundation companies or makeup companies in general have to come out with the latest and greatest to stay relevant a lot of the times. They have to come out with new foundations all the time. Because you're probably wondering, in 2025, are we going to have new foundations? What was foundation not doing in 2022 that it's doing in 2025? It's not that the foundations in 2022 weren't doing great. Why they have to release new stuff in 2025? It's just because they have to be always innovating. The R&D departments at these companies have to always be innovating. But I think this was a backwards innovation. This dropper, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to be like the serums. Hyaluronic acid in the serum form, the ordinary. A lot of serums have these droppers, but they're serums. This is supposed to be a foundation first, a serum second. I'm not putting this on my face as part of my skincare regimen. Like, I'm not doing my cleanser, then my toner, and then I'm going in with my serum. And then no, this is a foundation first with an added element of the hyaluronic acid, and really, truthfully, I don't need it in my foundation. I have it as part of this. I don't need to slap it on later. So I get the gimmick, I get the gist of it. I don't hate the product, but I think L'Oreal has the product, and this has SPF in it. So it makes more sense during the summer. If I'm going to be hot and we're going to have heat advisories for the whole summer, I want a foundation that's also going to have that added SPF. So I prefer SPF in it than a hyaluronic acid. I can do that pre-putting on foundation. I can already have that. I have been doing that. I don't need that. So I'm going to use this up because I like this foundation. Again, it looks skinny. My skin is skinny. But overall, good foundation. Just can't get behind the concept unless True Match is going away. Sometimes brands release something if they're going to phase something out. If True Match is going away, then do I have to go with this? I would rather them phase this out, and I can see this being gone in 2 years. I can see this video going live, and then 2 years from now, people will be like, what is that you're talking about? Because I can't see at $19.99, even $14. I think L'Oreal True Match is at that $12 price point. I think it's just a gimmick. I don't get the gist of it. But that is my thoughts on this L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum Foundation. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Even if you didn't like it, still give it a big thumbs up. We want all the love and support over here on this channel, as well as we want you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything that I do over here, as well as you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.